I'm joined by Kyle Balgamase. Welcome, Kyle.
How are you?
Raja Suleiman with Orzhov.
Max McVitie.
Congratulations, Brian to Mars.
Zach Allen. I wouldn't be here without these guys, though. So.
And the champion of Proto Counter-Attack here, Relax.
Welcome to RW Hobbies and Games in Livonia, Michigan, where we are making magic happen. I'm Zach Allen, joined by
Raja Solomon.
And today we have some Paper Modern for everybody. We're going to be playing Temur Reclamation in Modern versus Blue-Red Prowess to get a feel for the matchup. But before we get into that, if you like this video and the content we're making, please remember to like and subscribe to the video. It really helps us grow the channel. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, and don't be shy about commenting in the comment section. We'll be there to interact with you guys, and we love the engagement, so keep it up, please.
Yeah, definitely. So, I played a Modern PTQ with Goblins over the weekend. Videos posted on the channel. If you'd like to go back and check that out, please do. And if, spoiler alert, I end up losing in the semifinals of the event to this Temur Rec deck. So, I wanted to see how it played in Modern. I'm sure everyone's really sick of playing against Temur Reclamation in Standard. Pretty annoyed with it. It seems to be taking over Historic and Pioneer too, and it just won the Modern event too. So maybe it's just too good. Maybe the combination of Wilderness Reclamation and Uro is just too powerful. But we're gonna play through some games and we're gonna see. So I really liked. This was played by a user on MTGO named Lava Ridge. I really liked how they built their deck. It has 3 win conditions. It has a bunch of different Temur lands, so it can start making 2/2s with Field of the Dead. It has Uro as ramp plus life gain plus 6/6 beater to just kind of end the game. And then it has Nexus of Fate, where it gets into spots where you take a few extra turns here or there. It's only 1 copy of Nexus of Fate, but you get into spots in this deck where you've drawn so many cards, you just don't have a very big library left, and then you just get to take all the rest of the turns for the rest of the game.
Yep.
And the way you kind of empty your library is the card Factor Fiction. So for those that don't know, Factor Fiction, 4 mana, instant. You reveal the top 5 cards of your library. Your opponent puts them into 2 different piles, and then one pile goes in. You get to choose a pile to go to your hand. The other pile goes to your graveyard. And as it happens, that works really well with Uro, where if Uro's in, it kind of doesn't matter what pile they put it in. You're going to get value out of it. You'd rather it go to the graveyard anyway. So, and the other cards go to the graveyard, so it's really effective at fueling the delve.
Right.
And all of this is based around the same engine you see in Standard. Growth Spiral to just kind of ramp up your mana, and Wilderness Reclamation to even ramp up your mana more. Double the mana from the number of lands you have in play. So turn 2 Growth Spiral, turn 3 Wreck, you have a ton of mana for the rest of the game. Pretty common play pattern. The interaction we have for the deck, Lightning Bolt, typical Modern removal spell, probably premier removal spell for the history of the format.
Yep.
Can't go wrong having 4 of them.
Nope.
We have Remand. Remand's really fallen out of favor recently, but it makes sense in this deck just to slow you down, give me time to build up lands. It's a cantrip, so it just keeps the deck flowing, so I can just keep putting more resources in my yard and fueling Uro.
Yep.
And it's not actually in a bad spot right now. There's a lot of blue decks in the format, and Remand has typically been very good in blue mirrors as a protect your own counterspell type thing. And then Force of Negation, which just a modern staple at this point for blue decks, and Cryptic Command, which just pairs really well with the Mystic Sanctuaries that the deck is playing, and that's basically it. You're just going to see me try to draw a lot of cards, just see a lot of my deck, just keep playing Uro, just cycling it, and see if the life gain can keep me alive.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a testament to how healthy Modern feels right now, that a cool deck like this can win in a big event.
Yep.
A lot of room for innovation still. Cards that we really haven't seen in Modern yet. We've seen a little bit of Wilderness Reclamation, but not too much.
No.
It usually does pair with Nexus of Fate in Modern, but it's really cool. I think it's kudos to whoever built that deck and won the event. They deserved it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to be playing Blue-Red Prowess again. I think I've played this a couple times on a few videos we've done already, so I won't go too far into it, but the general idea is you resolve an early threat that has a prowess effect, or either has prowess or something along the lines of prowess in the form of Sprite Dragon. You have cheap spells, burn spells, free spells. You're just casting a lot of them, a lot of velocity, and then you kind of top the deck off with some ways to refuel and sift through your library to make sure those spells keep coming. And Yeah, I'm sure if you play a lot of Modern on Moto, you've played against this deck already. So
Yeah, it's really popular right now.
yeah.
Side note, because we mention it every time, Stormwing Entity doesn't die to Fatal Push or Abrupt Decay.
Correct.
I'm getting around that by playing Lightning Bolt. It probably still won't die.
It's got Prowess, so good luck. All right, Zach, you want to call this one?
Let's go even this time.
Odd.
Odd.
Woo! All right.
That deck on the play is gonna be good.
Yeah, I will be on the play, and yeah, this is a keep, I think.
I think my hand's definitely a keep. I've got this. I've got good mana with these. I got some refill. I got kind of early defense, but it's not that good. But I think it'll be good enough. Hopefully we can buy time for this, and yeah, let's keep.
All right. I will cast Gut Shot targeting you,
Okay.
and I will take 2 more. Down to
Interesting.
16. Cast a Light Up the Stage.
It's a weird turn one play, but sure.
All right. Go ahead.
Play Scalding Turn and pass.
All right. Play this land and cast the Metamorphosis.
Sure. Wait. You know what? This might seem crazy, but I don't think it's wrong here. It just like shuts off your turn so bad. I'm gonna force a negation that.
Yeah, it's kind of like a time walk that costs you 2 cards. But
Yeah, I think it's fine just based on the draw. I'm gonna pitch Growth Spiral. It's my best play next turn, so it's weird to pitch that one, but I think it's right here based on the context of my hand.
All right, good.
And then end of turn, I'm gonna go to 19 or 18. I guess I got good shutted, and I'm gonna get a Steam Vent. No, you know what? I'm gonna get a Ketria Triumph.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's good fixing right there.
I will say, from the Choke Boil Fork perspective, I'm a little sad that it's not a Frontier Bivouac. But,
Right.
But we'll make do.
Yeah, that's okay.
We'll make do. We got a sweet Ketria Triumph here, so.
That is a cool looking trial, which you can find at RW Hobbies.
Alright, draw for turn. I wish I had my Growth Spiral back. Go ahead.
Alright, I will cast a Monastery Swift Spear.
Yep.
Combat?
Yep.
1 yeah.
No blocks.
No damage?
Yep. 17.
I'll play a Soulscar Mage.
Okay.
Good.
Draw. Alright, well, given that I drew this, I'm sad I pitched this now, but it's alright. I'm going to play a Field of Ruin. Then I'm going to cast Uro, Titans of Nature's Wrath. We'll draw. And I'm going to put a Scalding Tarn into play, and then pass to you.
Alright. Draw. I'll attack you with both. I will cast a Lava Dart targeting you.
Yep, so Lava Dart puts me to 19.
Yep.
You have 1 prowess.
Damage.
Yep, so I'll take 4 more, go to 15.
Yep. And then I'll pass the turn to you.
Alright, I'm going to go down to 14, end of turn.
Okay.
I have enough red mana. This deck's mostly blue-green. I'm just going to get a Breeding Pool tapped. Just keep getting these tap lands that would deal me damage into play.
Smart.
And we have to keep in mind this is a Field of the Dead deck, so
Different card types.
yeah, making sure I have
Card
different land names is important.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem that important, but it definitely is.
Yeah.
Alright. Draw for turn. Decent one. Alright. I can't cast this Uro basically no matter what I do here, so I'm going to play another Uro. Draw.
Strong.
So this is a little awkward. I'm actually going to be able to make use of it if I use this Field of Ruin. So I'm not going to put it into play tapped here. I'd rather get some value out of it.
Okay.
I'm going to play this Mountain, and then my land for this is gone. My land for turn is going to be a Forest, and I'll pass to you.
Oh man, this deck is it's a little frustrating to play, I'll be honest. It just feels like I can never get it right. How many cards do you have in
3.
Alright, I will fold a red and cast Lava Dart targeting you, sacrificing my SD events.
Alright, that on the stack and all the prowess triggers on the stack. I'm gonna lightning bolt the Soul Skirmage.
You have 2 cards left?
2 cards left.
This is a really interesting decision. It just sucks because like, it feels like once you have Uro in play, it's going to be really hard for me to win. I almost feel like I need a Soul Transformation to like be able to beat an Uro, which is kind of weird.
I mean, that's why I'm targeting that one instead of the Swift Spear.
Right.
I think from my perspective, that's a very easy choice.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Lightning Bolt targeting you.
Alright, puts
Trigger.
me to 14.
And Burst Lightning targeting you.
That puts me to 12.
And then the Bolt fizzles. Or the Bolt resolves.
The bolt resolves, but it doesn't do anything, yep.
Yep. So
And that's, you now are going to have, I take one more from the Lava Dart, puts me
Yep.
at 11, and you'll have 3 prowess triggers.
Yep. So I'll take for 8.
Yeah, it puts me down to 3.
Oh, good.
Pretty precarious spot here. But I can't imagine you have a lot left going on. Draw for turn. It's actually a pretty good one. So, you just cast a bolt and then you cast a burst lightning. I think if you had 2 bolts, you might have used the second one. I'm positing this because my turn gets a lot better if I use the Field of Ruin, which is going to give you untapped red and would expose me to dying to a bolt. But I think based on just how I want to play this turn, that's the right play to make. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to pop my Field of Ruin on your... wait a minute.
Do you not
Can't
need
tap.
more?
No, oh no, this works, this works.
Do you have an island in your deck?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so you're fine.
So I'll pop it on there. I'm just making sure I tap right for the play I want to make.
Yeah.
I'm going to get... You know, I have 2 normal islands and 1 snow-covered island, so...
Just get the normal island.
No, I want to get the snow-covered one, right? Because then I can't... Like, if I get an island and then draw a
Oh,
normal
sure,
island,
yeah. That's,
although it doesn't really matter because I will now have 7 different basic or 7 different lands in place, so Field of Ruin will be turned on, or Field of the Dead will be turned on anyway.
yep. Because you're at the 6 right there.
Yep. Would you like to cut?
You're good.
So I'm gonna play my land for turn. It's a Mystic Sanctuary. I now have 3 islands, so this is turned on. Put Lightning Bolt on top of my deck,
Yep.
and then I'm gonna cast Uro, green, green, blue, blue. Exile these 5, and then trigger.
Yep.
I'm gonna draw a bolt. I go to 6, and then while you're still tapped low, I'm gonna hit that.
Alright.
Pass to you.
Alright. Yeah. Too late there. I think there's no way I'm coming back from this one.
Let's play a little bit. Come
No,
on,
I'm
let's play it
not
out.
giving you that
Let's play it
satisfaction.
out.
No, I don't even have game actions anymore. Like, it's just gonna be you play by yourself. That makes you feel better.
That's great. That's the best part of Magic.
No, it's this card keeps showing up in my hands, and I was telling Zach this between some of our recordings. This card almost feels like it's, while it's really good when it is good, it feels like it's punishing a lot of hands, and this deck requires a nice combination of lands, threats, and cheap spells. So I almost wonder if this card might be wrong in this deck, or maybe should be relegated to the sideboard for the matches where the games go a little longer, get a little grindier. Because this has been rotting in my hand in a lot of games today, so I don't know how you feel about that, but I think it's something to consider at least.
Yeah, that makes sense. You probably need it for decks like Jund or whatever. But
Yeah, and I think that's like, I think there's, at this point in this format, there might be more decks in the format that you want this card. Like, there's less decks that you want it versus decks that you don't, to where this could be a sideboard card.
Sure, I can see it.
Yeah, and then I got like
The Morpho did the countering the Morphos matter?
the counter Morphos was huge, and then the whole like gut shot, life stage hitting 2 lands, and then me never hitting another land, and I already played a land for turn.
Yeah.
So basically, I hit 1 land. It was really punishing. So, but yeah, it was an interesting game. It just, I don't know. I didn't feel like this deck's been working out for me today. Let's keep trying.
Man, I was gonna Factor Fiction. We were gonna Field of the Dead 2. Oh, we were gonna go hard. Get the Nexus too. That was gonna be awesome. You were a lot dead there. That was gonna be sweet.
I think you could draw a card that has no text, like literally, not like you can just skip your draw stuff.
You just can't beat Uro ever.
And I'll just lose to Uro.
Yeah, Uro is such a well-designed card. It's a lot of fun for everybody that plays against it. It just, if you're playing an aggressive deck against it, you can't ever win.
Yep.
If you're playing a deck that, is value-based and, kind of about drawing cards, you can't ever win. So, the decks that can beat it are the decks that are also playing it.
Ignoring it or playing it
Yeah,
itself,
yeah. All right, so we're back post-board. I think my sideboarding is pretty easy. I don't like Remand against decks that have a lot of 1-mana spells. It's just not very... It's a bad mana trade, which is kind of what you're looking for to determine how good Remand is. If you Remand their 4-drop, it's awesome. If you Remand their 1-drop, it's not very good.
Yep.
Your deck's got a lot of cheap spells, so I don't love Remand. It could hit, like, the flashback of a Lava Dart, or there's turns where it could hit a Storming Entity, but definitely on the draw, I don't like Remand. I think Gust is just a much better effect against your deck. Almost everything's red. And it is actually like okay against 1-mana spells, because now it either basically puts it on the bottom of your library, or you have to decide if you want to draw 1-mana spell for turn, which may or may not be good. But I think it's going to be significantly better than Remand, so I think that's an easy swap out.
Yeah.
And then I'm bringing in cheap removal spells to just get your creatures off the table, and I'm cutting Wrenn and 6 because it is a good value card, but it doesn't kill any of your threats. Cryptic Command's fine, but a little slow, and Nexus of Fate I think is too slow and unnecessary in this matchup when Uro just wins by itself generally.
Yeah, I wonder if you're supposed to leave the Wrenn and 6 because it is a card draw engine, and then like in situations where like you're casting a Bull or an Anger, and you're like scared of exactly like 1 Prowess trigger or whatever, you can just be like, not use your Wrenn and 6 yet, wait, see if it resolves. If it kills a guy, good. If not, you have that 1 extra damage if you want it.
I could buy that it's better than like the 4th Growth Spiral, but
or like the 2nd Cryptic Command maybe.
yeah, but I don't know. I just don't think the 1 damage effect is quite good enough. So
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna try this.
That's fair. Over here, we're just kind of trimming on a lot of the burn spells. Zach doesn't have creatures, except for really Uro, and these guys don't line up against Uro at all. We don't really, I mean, they serve as reach, but they're really small pings, so I don't think we need any of these 7 spells. We still have 4 bolts and a Lava Dart. I'm bringing in 3 Aether Gusts. This is primarily to beat the card Uro, as we saw in Game 1, is all that mattered. I don't think Zach has an easy way, stabilizing the same without Uro, so just having the first Gust for that Uro is huge. Blood Moon, Zach has a 3-color deck with some value lands, so it can make it hard for him to cast certain spells. It can also turn off his Field Engine, which might be, hard for us to beat if we are trying to beat him down on the ground. And then Spell Pierce deck is very not creature heavy, as we've seen, so this would be just a pretty good counter spell.
Yep. Yeah, welcome to Modern, where we both bring in Gusts against each other. Alright, how you feeling?
Alright, I think this hand is a keep. Nice distribution of spells and lands. It's got a threat. Pretty happy about it. What are you?
This hand's awkward. It's a little heavy on this, and I only have 1 piece of interaction in this, but I don't know how many pieces of interaction you're ever going to really have. And this is good when I get to that spot. This hand would kill for a Growth Spiral, as every single Temur Reclamation deck ever would, but we'll see. I think it's a keep. I might get really punished for this, but I'm going to keep and hope I draw well.
Alright, I'll play Sculling Tarn and pass.
I think that counts as a decent draw. I'm going to play a Tapped Breeding Pool and pass to you.
Okay, I'll go 19. Okay, I will play a Sprite Dragon.
Sure.
Get in there for 1.
Yep.
Good.
Alright, so I know Raja brought in Spell Pierce, but these decks could 100% also have Mystical Dispute. I don't think that's crazy. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do this now or pass and do it in upkeep. I think it's going to be better, even trying to play around with counter spells, I think it's going to be better to do it in his draw step because I don't want him drawing it again and triggering it. So I'm going to play Wooded Foothills and pass to you.
Alright, sounds like a gust. Upkeep, draw.
Yeah, in your draw step, I'm going to fetch a mountain, go to 19 and gust that.
Is there a reason you're doing it in draw stuff and not just inside of combat?
No, you know, I could wait.
Yeah, I feel like you should wait.
I'll wait.
Alright.
Oh, that's fine. I'm going to fetch the...
Alright, so I'm gonna act like I don't know this deck. Has a gust here, and cast a Metamorphose.
That resolves.
I will name Red.
Okay.
I'll play Fire Islet and Hop Islet.
Okay.
And I'll use the remaining red to cast a Soulscar Rage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Combat.
I'm going to gust that.
Okay. I'll put it on top. Good.
Draw for turn. I'm just going to play an island and I'll pass to you.
Okay. I will fetch a mountain.
Yep.
Cast the Sprite Dragon that we all know about.
Yep.
Combat.
Yep. Yep. Damage?
Yeah, I think it's important to... This card doesn't get much better than creating Prowess triggers, so I'll cast Lava Dart triggers.
I'm going to force a negation it.
Yeah, just look at my triggers. And so you're going to take 4.
Puts me to 15.
Go ahead.
It looks weird to force negation that, but it was just the best play I had with my hand the way it is, so I think it's right to just cast my spells so I don't fall too far behind.
Sure.
Speaking about not falling too far behind, we drew a good one.
Anger of the Gods?
It's not Anger of the Gods. I do think I just want to be mana efficient this turn. So I'm going to play a Castle Vantress and pass to you.
Alright. Draw. Alright, I'll cast Lightning Bolt targeting you. Triggers.
Yep.
I'm going to cast a Light Up the Stage. Triggers.
I'm going to respond to Light Up the Stage.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Factor Fiction.
Sure. And you're at 12 right now?
I'm at 12.
So when this resolves, this will be a 4, 7. How many force negations are this way?
3.
Alright. I think we're going to do it. Like that.
Well, I really want this Force Negation, but I think Raja stacked the piles in a way where I just can't afford to take it, so I'm going to take these 3, and these are going to my graveyard.
Okay.
These
This
are
is
life
resolve?
resolves, yep.
Okay. So I'm going to get a counter here. Another Palace trigger. Exiling 2 cards.
That's awkward.
But we already had enough to kill Zach, so he's got no force negation. So I'll cast Lightning Bolt targeting you.
Yeah, I don't have a force. I guess I was supposed to take the force, play around another bolt, but I needed to set up next turn to be able to use Uro. I could have Uro'd that turn, but I had nothing to do. I was just gonna. The only other, like, my hand was Uro plus Factor Fiction plus 3 lands.
Yeah.
So it was like, unless I drew specifically bolt, which I would have drawn. So obviously.
Well, so if you cast Uro, but you would have been able to Uro the turn after, though, right?
I would have been able to Uro next turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have. I would have had to fetch twice, but I would have been able to do it. Yeah.
So you put these 2 in there and the Factor Fiction. Yeah. So you would have had exactly enough to do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So maybe I was supposed to.
Yeah, maybe.
But I still think being mana efficient there makes some sense. Obviously, you just had 2 bolts or bolt effects, which was too good. But
Yeah.
so be it. Sometimes your deck draws well and smashes me. I kept kind of a loose hand on the draw. So, all right, we're back for game 3. I've got kind of the hand we talked about with the acceleration and some lands. It's kind of awkward, but I'm definitely gonna keep this. I don't think I'd ever mulligan this. So, yep.
Yeah, I will keep this hand. Not really what I've been keeping today, but I think it's right based on my ability to kind of manipulate my draws here. So,
Sure.
we're good.
Play Scalding Tarn at best team.
Okay. I will also play someone during test you.
I'm gonna fetch. You're gonna get the super sweet, super pristine Ketria Triome. Yup.
Nice. There it is.
Things looking real nice.
Some lands tap for 2 colors. Now it taps for 3.
Yep. Alright. Draw for turn. That's a pretty good draw. I'm going to go ahead and play an island and pass to you.
Okay. Fun stuff. I will fetch out 17. Cast out. I'm not interested in that right now, so bottom. Draw. Tap. Draw again. I'll push down to 16.
Yep. Should be a 19 for my fetch.
I'll play a Monastery Soul Spear.
Sure.
Have it?
Yep.
Stick.
No blocks.
Damage.
B4 damage. My cast Curse Spiral.
Results.
Put a mountain into play and lightning bolt.
Alright, well, we need this Soul Spear to stick around for a few reasons, so I'm going to go ahead and cast a Mutagenic Growth, paying 2 life.
That hurts. Yep.
So, with a Prowess trigger, it's going to be 4 damage.
Yep. 15.
And then post-combat, I will cast Light Stage.
That's the card I was trying to avoid. Having the growth there is brutal. Yep.
There's my buddy Bedlam Reveler, and land. Go ahead.
Bedlam Reveler's close.
Is it?
You almost cast it.
Is it though?
No, not
No,
really.
it's not.
You almost cast it.
Yeah.
Draw for turn. Well, given that you went out of your way to save the Swift Spear last turn, and you already used the growth, nah. I think this is just going to be the best play. Alright. I'm going to play Wilderness Reclamation.
Okay.
Go to my end step, untap, and then I'm going to Field of Ruin your Steam Vent, cut you off blue. I know that deck doesn't play islands. I also would not mind getting a forest, so
Seems wrong.
Good. It's your turn.
Alright, end of turn, I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt targeting you.
Yep. It's going to 12.
Draw. Okay. I'll cast Metamorphosis.
Sure.
I'll name Red Blue. I will cast a Storming Entity.
Yep.
Trigger. Yeah, we'll keep those. And then sorry. What's that like that? Come in. Take for 2.
Yep, I got a 10.
And then I will pass the turn.
You don't want to cast the Reveille?
Nope, I never do.
Alright.
Never do.
Fair enough. Alright. I'm going to draw for turn. That's an interesting one. I'm going to start my turn by casting Arrow.
Yep. Gold
So
arrow.
I'm going to go to 13. Draw. Play a Scalding Tarn.
Wait, did I stack that? Oh, I did this wrong. Sorry. I did wrong right the first time, wrong the second time.
That's fair.
Good.
So I think what I'm going to do is main phase. I'm going to fetch. Go to 12.
Okay.
You get a tapped breeding pool. And I'm going to move to end step.
Okay.
Would you like to cut?
You're good.
Trigger on the stack. I'll float a blue.
Yep.
Untap all of these. And then using the blue and these 2 blue and a green, I'm going to bounce Storming Entity and draw a card.
That's fine.
Draw. That's your turn.
President?
3.
Oh,
How's this Wilderness Reclamation card feeling?
you saw me.
I mean, I love it. How does it feel to play against?
Doesn't feel as debilitating as it does in standard. Yeah.
How's Uro feel to play against?
Still scary. Still absolutely terrifying.
Fair enough.
I have a lot of options here. It's kind of a tricky spot. Alright, I am so scared of Earl that I think I have to just try this and hope that it works. Well, it definitely fails against a lot of things, but I mean, we're just gonna have to try it here. I'm gonna cast Blood Moon. Trigger. Or not trigger, but pay life. Trigger here.
Blood Moon's in play.
Okay. I'll attack you for 2.
Glad I used the cryptic command when I did, I guess. Yeah, I got a 10.
Go ahead. I'm basically casting this Blood Moon because I'm hoping Zach doesn't have a green source, a forest basically, to put the Earl in play because I can't beat Earl right now.
I mean, I need a blue source and a green source, right? These are both
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Draw for turn. That's a pretty good draw. So
Feels like fact or fiction to me.
I'm gonna start my turn by casting Neuro.
Okay.
13. I can cast the front half, just not the back half.
Yeah, not yet.
I'm glad I got that forest when I did. This will be the land off Uro. This will be my land for turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was pretty disappointed when I saw I get the forest because I already had the Blood Moon at that point.
Sure.
But yeah, smart.
You have
4 mountains.
1 card in hand?
3
3 cards in hand, 1 mana up.
1 mana off, yeah.
You've cast no spells yet, right?
No, it's just the 1/2 right now.
I'm just gonna cast Anger of the Gods. I need to stay alive.
Okay.
Then I'll exile it. I'm gonna go to my end step. Tap, float a red. Everything on tap. And then using a red floating in 3, I cast a Factor of Fiction.
It's pretty good.
This is an interesting pile.
It is a very interesting pile. A lot of things going on here.
So he's deciding between Archmage's Charm, Wilderness Reclamation, Anger of the Gods, Aether Gust, and Snow-Covered Island.
Correct. I think... it's tricky. Yeah, I'm gonna split them up like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll take this half, I guess.
Okay.
Kind of shocked, but that's fine.
Well, I guess because you can free the arrows off the Gust on Blood Moon. I didn't think about that. Hold on, let's try this again.
I was gonna say these were the only 3 cards I wanted from the pile.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you don't know that. You probably know that there's more stuff coming that'll get angered, so that's tough. But
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess if that's the case...
this is a really good way to play Factor Fiction, where I just give you a bunch of information and then you get to resplit the piles.
Well, it's face-up information, right?
Yeah,
it's not like you told me something was in your hand. Yeah, with that information... I feel like I'm really screwed no matter what here.
Welcome to Factor Fiction.
Yeah.
EOT,
I mean,
FOF.
you hit a howl of Factor Fiction here. There's
Yeah.
2 really important spells.
So this is an old acronym in Magic. EOT, FOF, you lose. Although this is my end of turn, but still.
I'll do it like that.
Yeah, I mean, I have to take these 2.
Okay. We good after that?
Yep.
Alright. Alright. I will play a Swift Spear.
Yep.
I will Mana Host for blue.
Yep.
First blue, I will opt.
Yep.
You're a 13. I know you have Gust Island in hand.
You start with Swift Spear, right? Into Morphos.
Yeah.
So you have two.
2 triggers.
Yep, my hand is face up. I have Gust and Island.
Yeah. This might not be good enough. It also might be good enough. Alright, I'll take it.
Okay.
So my first, so with Swift Spear, Morphos, use a blue. So I still have blue floating. Off that blue, I will cast a Storming Entity.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll take this one on that. Attack you for 3.
Yep, puts me to 10.
And I'll play land, Soulscar Mage.
Okay.
I'll pass to you.
Bedlam Reveler on top.
Who knows?
He would actually be really good here.
I mean, I only have 2 and one of them's gone, so unlikely, but maybe.
That's fair. Oh, that's really strong.
Love hearing that. So welcoming.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my Snow-Covered Island for turn.
Okay.
I'm going to Aether Gust your Bloodman.
I'm gonna put that on the bottom.
Okay, you don't want that one?
No.
And then I'm going to fetch... You have no cards in hand?
No cards in hand.
Okay, so I know you're not drawing Bloodman. You might be drawing Bloodman. You could also be baiting me, but I think that's fine. I'm going to fetch my Misty Rainforest. I'll go down to 9. You get Mystic Sanctuary.
Yep.
Would you like to cut?
Nope.
I'm going to put Lightning Bolt on top.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and flashback an arrow.
Okay.
We're going to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 lands in the Wilderness Reclamation in my graveyard.
Okay.
So I'm going to go back to 12. Draw a card and then land from my hand to the battlefield.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bolt the Stormwing Entity, and then go to end step, float 2, untap all my lands, and I'll use the mountain to pop the Blast Zone.
Seems good.
It's your turn.
Alright. I will start by casting Opt.
Yep.
It's not gonna cut it. Let's draw again. Sure, I'll pop this right now for more information. It's a really ugly draw. I'll take 1 to cast Stormwing.
Yep.
I just don't see how I can ever win this game. Like, I found the Gust, but it just does not matter.
You can beat Uro, just keep playing.
You literally have another one in your graveyard for the turn where I Gust your Uro.
Just gust it, you'll be good. You'll be good.
I don't even have it yet.
Keep playing.
I did draw a Spell Pierce though, which is really good here.
That's good here, yeah. I mean, you boarded that card in, I don't know.
I mean, I'd like to draw it before you have 8 lands in play. Go.
Draw for turn. It's kind of whatever.
Sarcasm, 100%.
No, it's just a redraw.
Okay.
The question is, do I do it before or after I attack with the row? I don't know that it even matters. This is for information. I'll start by casting a Growth Spiral. Doesn't really do anything, just a redraw.
Yeah, you can't use enough mana that you would want to save your 2 mana, so I think you should always cast it there.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to attack with Uro, go to 15.
Yep, I go to 6.
Draw. That's gonna want to
Oh, I'm sure it is.
I'm going to bolt that while you're tapped out.
Yeah, why not?
Yep.
Bolt yourself and you'd probably be still okay this
Probably
game.
still be okay, yeah. Go to end step, untap these, pass to you.
Alright. I'll crack my fire out.
Yep.
Good.
Draw for turn. Go to combat.
I'll have to Gust your
Alright. I'm going to put Uro on top.
Okay.
And then second main. flashback this Uro.
Oh wow, okay.
We'll delve 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Leave myself with a nice selection for the other Mystic Sanctuary in my deck. Enters battlefield, draw a card, go to 18 life. I'm really enjoying this. This is nice.
As long as you're having fun, Zach, that's all that matters.
Draw another Uro. I'm going to play this Uro as well.
Which one would you like to keep in play?
I'll keep the one that's actually going to stay in play.
Okay.
Go to 21.
I got you, man.
Draw a Factor Fiction. Go to end
But you don't have
step.
any mana. Oh wait, you have a Reclamation to
Yeah,
play.
float a blue, untap all my lands. And then I'll tap these ones to cast a Factor Fiction.
Okay.
This deck's sweet, dude.
It looks like a lot of fun.
I'm really enjoying it.
I'm jealous.
Oh, we hit a Cryptic Command, some more lands, another Factor Fiction, so we basically gone infinite. I'm going to split that.
Alright, 5 and 0. Make sure you make the right pick.
I'll take the 0.
Good choice.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna concede.
You want to keep playing?
No, I'm good.
I mean, I'm only at 21, and if you draw a bunch of bolts, I still hit the gusts.
Brutal. God, I hate this card. This card doesn't do anything. It really never does anything.
Alright, so post-combat, thoughts on the matchup?
Yeah, on the matchup,
Yeah.
matchup does not feel great. Bolt, Uro, enough said.
Earl's just a nightmare,
Full
right?
stop.
Earl's just a nightmare.
Yeah. Like the fact that I feel like I could have had the gust earlier, when you tried to cast the Uro from your graveyard.
Yep.
And it would not matter.
So, let me ask you this. We debated this before the matchup. You said you didn't want Surgicals. Do you think you should have Surgical just based on how good Uro is against you?
Potentially, yeah, potentially. I mean, the way they played out, I would not have seen the Surgical because it would have taken the place of the Aether Gust, right?
Sure.
And just would have been another card that just did nothing.
Yep.
My thoughts for why I wanted Aether Gust is because it was like a card that was less one-dimensional, and so I could have used it to cast or to counter an early Growth Spiral,
Yep.
Anger of the Gods, Wilderness Wreck, even a Bolt on a turn where you only have on a turn where you cast a Bolt, it's and I have the mana up. It's pretty relevant. Surgical is cool because it's a free spell, so it works well with Prowess creatures. It turns on the Storming on turn 2.
Yep.
But the fact that, I mean, Uro is just felt like the only thing that mattered really. So
Yeah.
there's a chance that you're right, and I should just try the Surgicals instead.
I mean, you do have to line them up, but Surgical is the type of spell that deck just enjoys playing, right? Like, you're playing Mutagenic Growth, you're playing Gut Shot, it just fits in that cycle, and Uro is, I mean, I maybe could have won that game without Uro, maybe, because I was drawing enough cards, but Uro is just everything to this deck. It's the thing that lets me play 27 lands, keep the lands flowing, keep the cards flowing. It makes Factor Fiction
I don't
so
think you
much
win that
better.
game without Uro.
That's what I think.
I don't think you win that game
Because-
without Uro.
Well, I probably still wouldn't have, but the thing is
Because I don't think you realize that even the turn you played Uro, you drew the Bolt because you got to do the Sanctuary thing.
Exactly.
That's if it wasn't just a 6/6 that gained you 3 life, that was going to start drawing you cards the next turn.
Yep.
You drew a card that turn, and it dealt with the Storming Entity, which could have dealt you a lot of damage that turn, right?
yeah. So I mean, I really am of the opinion that you should have Surgical in against this deck. Surgicals might honestly just be better than Blood Moon. I could see that. The Blood Moon there, I guess maybe I cheated by getting the Forest, and knowing you have Blood Moon.
Yeah, that did help you out for sure.
But also, I wanted to get I wanted to play the Wreck that turn, and my choices were Wreck or Uro that turn.
Yeah.
And Wreck just sets me up better going forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to get another card in my graveyard, so I was gonna pop it anyway, and I knew it cuts you off blue, so I think that's fine just to make sure you get some basics against a deck that could play Blood Moon.
Yeah, and I think it actually didn't matter that you had the Forest. It mattered that you had the Aether Gust because you never had enough Force to cast.
Yeah, it mattered that I had the island, right?
It mattered that you had the island, exactly.
Yep.
That was all that really ended up mattering. It
Yep.
was all said and done. So, but yeah, I think that's the end of our video. Thanks for watching again, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one.
Yeah, absolutely.